This morning I was going around the house checking on the orchids and seeing what flower spikes were coming up. We noticed this one has quite a few on the way, and so this is going to give a magnificent display. But that's not what I'm here to show you. I came across this one here. We notice it's starting to look like it's getting a bit wrinkled. It's losing a bit of water. The leaves are soft and pulpy. So it's obviously drying out. But we go down to the bottom, we see the pieces coming out from the bottom are still nice and fleshy, and there's nothing wrong with it. So there's got to be something wrong with the stem. And welcome to the Nature Company, live from our house. We're going to be showing you how to deal with this orchid and how to bring it back to life, making sure that it survives through this trauma that it's having at the moment. But all will be good in the long run, and let's take you through it step by step. If you like this sort of content, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and that notification if you want to be notified of any of our upcoming videos. We appreciate having you here. Let's get on with the show. Okay, we're just getting ready for surgery. We'll bring our patient to the operating table, and now we'll have a closer look to see what's going on here, why our leaves are beginning to wilt. We're going to take a closer look at it. Okay, we can see all the withering leaves. We want those to be nice and turgid like they are up top. So obviously it's not getting enough water from somewhere. So going down the stem, we can see these roots are still good and healthy. So there's nothing wrong with that. But as we look down, we notice the color of the stem begins to change. So we'll just peel away a bit of the bark, and there we can see the problem. The stem itself is actually dead, so it's not drawing any water from the roots below that are in the media. And it's only these roots that are out in the air that are trying to absorb as much moisture just from the dew and what humidity is in the air. You can see they're struggling, they're a little bit drying out too. So we know surgery is important to save this. What we'll do is we'll cut it all the way back down here. We'll cut our way slowly up the stem as we go to find where the stem is still alive, and that's where we'll stop removing the dead material. Okay, let's get to it. And like any good surgeon, always has freshly sanitized equipment. We don't want to spread infections around. We'll do our initial cut way down at the bottom down here. There we go. We've made it loose. Take them off the stake. Okay, we can see this is going to be dead quite far up, so we can take the initial cut quite high, and this is still completely dead. We'll just check again. There we can see a little bit of green. So we're going to cut below that. So before we're going to cut below that again, we're going to sterilize again. At the moment we're not sure what caused this part of the stem to die, so we don't want to spread anything. So we'll just cut down there, right underneath the node. There we can still see a little bit of life in there, but we can still have this black ring around the xylem, which is not what we want. So we're going to have to cut it up again. More spraying, cleaning off, spraying again. Again, we're going to look for the next node here. And we'll cut below it. There we go. A nice fresh base, all clean and alive, and it looks like infection free. So what we're going to do now is take our trusty garlic water and give that a spray. We'll get the roots to spray too. And we'll give this whole section of plant a little boost by applying this all over it, the garlic tonic. And if you're asking me about the garlic tonic, we've got the link to the video on how to make this garlic tonic in the description. You can follow it there and get your own miracle cure. So that you don't need us surgeons. There we have our mix ready. This also is one of our previous videos. We'll link into the description. Just the repotting of the semi-tweet and tweet Vandas. So there we go, all nicely mixed. We'll take our large pot because we have a fairly large piece that we're dealing with here. The roots are going to go in deep enough without them being squashed. We're going to leave a large section of the roots hanging out the top just to keep the air movement so that they don't rot immediately, because these have been out in the open. Okay. Getting a little bit of media into the pot. And our roots they're going to stay upright. Some pellets that have got bone meal in them. And we'll get a steak again. Put the steak in already. And then we'll fill up the pot. Next, I'm not compacting the soil down. I'm just giving it a little shake to even it out and fill up the air gaps around the roots. I will tie up the stake. Okay. And while we're doing that, we'll clean off all this dead material. Allowing some of the lateral buds to exposed. This should make it easier for them to expand and either form new shoots to make a bushel plant or form roots. the media now is going to hold enough moisture to allow these roots then to absorb it up, and these leaves will then become turgid again. This is such an easy fix for these semi-cherished vandas. They grow like the dream out in the full sun, and they flower magnificently. So this has all been sorted now. All we put is put this back to where it was originally, and it will carry on growing. Of course, boosting it occasionally for the first 2 to 3 weeks with our garlic tonic, just that extra little zoomer that it needs to keep going. It's easy as that. We've saved what could have possibly been a nightmarish scenario. So, and thank you for joining us at our home today, saving our orchids. And if you found any of this information we've provided useful in any way, please hit that like button and spread the word. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit that notification bell below, bing bong, to be notified of any upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Happy growing, and help us grow as we help your orchids grow.